But Mobile Signal on its journey now. Entering the front straight now, they're about to be let go. Green light and Northern pacing coming out pretty well on the inside. The three shadows and the Tooth Fairy is making its way to the lead pretty easily now, pulling very hard. In the third position is Cullen's Copy and is going to make its way back last of all the tail end of the field. So it's the Tooth Fairy in front for Justin Bruin, hoping to lead all the way. In second position behind that leader, Three Shadows. Going in behind through the pegs, pulling a little bit hard. It was Cullen's Copy for Peter Shamuris. So all found their positions pretty easy now as they're making their way into the back straight first of two times. And it's all on Union File. And it's still the Tooth Fairy in front for Justin Bruin in the second position, Three Shadows for Nigel Mill, and Cullen's Copy still back last of all the talent in the field. They're passing the mile marker now, and it's still the Tooth Fairy in front. Three Shadows still in behind that leader for Nigel Mill in second position and third position, Cullen's Copy for Peter Shamuris is now settled back through the pegs as they're making their way out of the back straight now, rounding the corner now for the 3-horse field for trial number 3. At 43 to 48 over the 21.50, and it's still the Tooth Fairy. Three Shadows still in behind that leader. Cullen's Copy still through the pegs as they're making their way into the front straight now. The tempo is reasonably good for these paces, but they're hoping to up it as they're passing the bell in a couple of seconds. So it's still the Tooth Fairy. Three Shadows still in behind that leader for Nigel Mill. Cullen's Copy for Peter Shamuris is still back last of all the talent of the field. As they ran in the corner now, heading into the front straight now, about to pass the bell for the 21.50. And it's still the Tooth Fairy in front. Three Shadows is still in behind that leader. Leader has opportunity to pull out to go up the Aberdeen Racing sprint lane. Cullen's Copy still back through the pegs as they're making their way out of the front straight now, rounding the corner now, approaching the 800 metres, heading the Outer Brand Park back straight for the final time. And it's still the Tooth Fairy in front. Three Shadows still in behind that leader as they're passing the guards. Horse and House, Bendigo Sign. Cullen's Copy still back last of all the talent of the field as they're making their way into the back straight now, up in their tempo a little bit quicker now. So it's still the Three Shadows. Still the Tooth Fairy. Three Shadows still in behind that leader. Cullen's Copy still back last of all. No moves have been made yet. Breathing down its neck. Back in second position, the Three Shadows. There's the Tooth Fairy still in the first position as they're making their way out of the back straight now. Approaching the 400 metres. It's still the Tooth Fairy. Three Shadows still in behind that leader. And the Cullen's Copy's under a little pressure now as they're making their way around that corner now, around the Gradisham Road Real Estate home turn. As they're making their way into the front straight. Pulling out now, making the moves, Three Shadows. So it's still the Tooth Fairy. Three Shadows and Cullen's Copy about 10 metres off them now. So the Three Shadows on the outside, running home late, trying to put its nose in front of the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy not running on. The Tooth Fairy, Three Shadows and the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy and the Three Shadows, but Three Shadows is going to win it. It's going to put its nose in front and going to win it, running home late on the outside. In second position, the Tooth Fairy and Cullen's Copy in the third.